Ready, and oh, yeah. Okay, so today we're gonna install the throttle controller on the Jeep. Let's go. So how this really works is there's the pedal, and the pedal usually plugs into the car. So now what's gonna happen is that this controller is gonna sit in between the pedal and the car. So I need to unplug the pedal from the car and then place this one in between the two. A setup tip is just to move your seat backwards so that you can have enough space to go in, and then it's a little bit tricky to film, but I'm going to try my best with a GoPro, and you're going to climb underneath the pedal with your hands, and even your head maybe, you might have to look up there and see where the clip is. Okay, so there's the pedal, there's the plug. So I need to disconnect that and put that connecting thing in between it. So I plugged it in. Now I'm just going to test that the throttle still works. Go. So it works without it. Now we're going to plug in the little controller. You're just going to plug in this little side into the other one. There we go, and you'll see now, got power. The first thing you want to do is configure whether you have a manual transmission or an automatic transmission. To set it to automatic transmission, you're going to hold the plus in for 3 seconds, and it will say that, which means automatic transmission. If you have a manual transmission like me, you're going to hold in the minus and for 3 seconds, and then you'll get NN, which means manual transmission. So I've been thinking about where to mount this. I want to put it somewhere where I can see it, but also so that the cable isn't sort of hanging all over the place. I was first thinking about putting it over here and running the cable inside here through the dash, but the problem is that inside here this pipe is closed and you can't get back out again. It goes through to, I don't know, I guess the front somewhere, so I can't run the cable through there. Then the second place I was thinking of is mounting it under the dash over here. So it's over here, and then I can still see it through the steering wheel right there. So to do that, I'm going to take this thing off. So I'm just going to stick this right here, and then I'll run the cable through the dash. Good to with this double-sided tape is to keep some pressure on for about 3 minutes. Especially with this Jeep, for some reason this texture is known to have issues holding sticky things. There we go. Installed. Let's put this on. And normal, comfort, sport, racing, automatic, economy. Awesome, it looks cool. Okay, so we're gonna go for a little test drive. Obviously it's locked down, so I'm limited to where I can go, but we're gonna do a quick first impressions feel of this Power Plus throttle controller. We're gonna set it to normal, just while I drive out, so then I can feel the difference as we go. Yeah, feels like a normal Jeep. Okay, I'm on A1, which is on comfort. Ooh, it already feels different. Okay, I'm gonna put it onto A3 9, which is the racing mode, and 9 is the most of it. Ready and ooh. Yeah. Okay. It's so weird. It feels like a different car. I even had a bit of wheel spin, which I never have. It's a lot more sensitive. It just feels like you just put it down and the power's there. Yeah, the revs climb much quicker than they used to. Okay, so a couple things to talk about. Number one, I feel it's important to tell you guys that Power Plus Africa sent me this throttle controller and asked me to do a review in exchange for it, so I didn't pay for it. In saying that, they didn't tell me what I have to say about it or have to make it positive or anything like that. So my intention with this video has to be just to show you my experience using it and to give you an idea of what it does. Number two, this isn't a review. This is more of a first impressions and the unboxing. I feel a review needs to have a lot more time spent on it. I would like to do some tests on the fuel efficiency and using it over a long distance. So I'll definitely get back to this product after lockdown when I have more time with it and give maybe like a 6 months down the line feedback. Number three, let's look at a few of the pros and cons. So for me, the pros are it does what it says. It increases the sensitivity, you have different options, it works, it's easy to install. Yeah, it works well, it does what it says. The only con I can think of is actually on their website, and this is not to do with this company, this is to do with adding any of the throttle controllers, whether it's the iDrive or if it's the Power Plus, it doesn't make a difference, is that they suggest that if you take it for a service that you should unplug it. This is mostly for if your vehicle is still under warranty, because they said it could cause the diagnostics device to raise a flag, which could then cause an issue for your warranty. So it's important if your car is under warranty, like mine actually is, if I take it for a service, I need to unplug it and take it out. So that's kind of a con, I suppose, if you have to look at it like that, or it's just something you need to keep in mind. It's something that's important to know. They're not hiding it because it's on their website and it's just good to know. Who is it for and who is it not for? So this is for somebody who wants to go and change the settings of their throttle. For somebody who likes gadgets for their car and likes to have something extra to play with while they're driving. It's not for somebody who doesn't like doing that and who just wants to keep everything default. It's also not something that you have to have. It's more of, for me, it's more of a fun thing to have, a nice extra. It's definitely not a compulsory or anything like that. I think especially with things now when there's lockdown and a lot of people can't afford things, extra things especially, to not think that this is something that you have to have. There's obviously more important things in life that are more compulsory now, like paying rent and food. But if you are somebody who's lucky enough to still have a job and still has extra money to spend on things, then yes, definitely something to consider. Definitely a nice to have. If you have any questions about the Power Plus throttle controller, do let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.